Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the UFC 314 little fight preview, fight card preview. I'm break down all the fights, give you my predictions and all that. I'm going to that. I'm going to 314 this weekend. I'm driving down to Miami, and that's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna get to go to the press conference, but I'll get to go to the 316 press conference, which will be sick. And then, um, yeah, get to see these fights. I mean, this is looking like the card of the year on paper going into it, I think. So I hope, I mean, the card of the year so far, at least, I'd say it's better than what we've had so far. I wish the Pratis fight stayed on the card. That would have been awesome. But we still got a great fucking main event. Great few fights. Volk Lopes, Chandler Pamlet, Silva Mitchell, Reyes Krylov, um, Yair Pitbull, Miller Hooper. I mean, we got real fights on here, bro. Great fucking card. All right, let's get into it. Starting with Nora Cornell versus Haley Cowan. Cornell's 8-2, 2-1 in the UFC. Haley Cowan 7-3, and lost her only fight in the UFC so far. To be honest with you, I have not done the most research in the world on this fight because I mean, yeah, it's literally there's what? How many women fights? I think there's only two, but it's like this is like a really low, like kind of lower level one. But I mean, I got Cornell by decision. I think she'll get it done. I don't really got too much to say about this. I don't see much happening. Yeah, I want to move on to the other fights. Talk about the ones I care about. Like, let's get into a real one. Tresean Gore versus Marco Tulio. Tresean Gore 5-2, 2-2 the UFC. Marco Tulio 13-1, 1-0. One spectacular knockout in his debut. Tresean Gore is not a pushover though. He has well, his two wins are both like guillotines, I believe. Standing guillotine on the one. He has that for him. He's pretty tough. He's strong. What is it? It's a middleweight contest, I believe, if I'm correct. Yeah. I mean, they'll go at it for a minute. I do believe Tulio though. I think he's gonna be a real prospect at 185, and I hope this will put him more on the map. I got Tulio by first round knockout. I think he gets it done early. Probably land a big hook or something and put him out. Sumudaerji versus Mitch Raposo. Sumudaerji 67-3-4 in the UFC, but not a bad 3-4 in the UFC. I think his last fight was Charles Johnson. He put up a close one. Mitch Raposo 9-2, 0-1 in the UFC. He lost to Andre Lima, who is a good fighter, but that fight he lost a split decision to Andre Lima, but it wasn't the best like split decision. But that being said, I still like Raposo. He lost his Contender Series fight and he lost his only UFC fight, but I think he needs this win. We did his on a 3-fight losing streak, so he also needs this win. Lost to Schnell, Matt Schnell, Tim Elliott, and Charles Johnson. You know, it's an interesting one, but I'm gonna go with the underdog here. I think Raposo gets it done by decision. I was thinking about Raposo by submission because Sumudaerji's been submitted a few times, but I don't think he's gonna submit him. I just think he'll get it done by points. Win the fight a little bit barely, get some takedowns. Yeah. All right. Cedric Dumas versus Michael Oleksiuk. Oleksiuk. This guy, the Polish guy, the guy Kevin Holland put in an armbar. Yeah, he's a baller. He's a good ass fighter. I'm not gonna lie. Like 7-7, but he's put up hard fights. He loses by submission a lot. Dumas, I don't think is a big submission guy. Dumas is a decent striker and all, I'd say. I don't know. I mean, I think this fight will stay standing probably for the most part. If it goes to the ground, I don't think either of them are necessarily experts on the ground. Oleksiuk, he definitely put up a good fight with Shara. I think that was his last fight. I don't think he's fought since then. He fought Holland and Shara last year, I believe. Lost both of them. But I mean, he's good. I think he trains with the Fighting Nerds too. I like him, but yeah, I'm gonna pick him. I was actually pretty split on this. I had Dumas for a minute. Like I was like kind of thinking like Dumas would get this done on points, like win a decision. But nah. Oleksiuk by second round TKO. I think I'll put him out. He has power. He's shown he can do that before. I think he gets it done here. He's knocked out like Brundage and a couple others I can't think of off the top of my head, but he's knocked out a few people. I think he gets it done against Cedric Dumas. He's been knocked out before. I believe, by Ruzibov, I think. Yeah. All right. Old head battle. Darren Elkins and Julian Rosa. Look at those records, man. They both have 40 plus fights. He has 40, he's 41 fights. They have like the same record. But Rosa's a few years younger. Great, good grappler. I don't think this fight ends within like the. I think this fight will go to the distance. I think Elkins doesn't get finished a lot. His last fight was a banger too. I don't remember who he's fighting, but that fight was awesome. I remember watching it. But I got a Rosa by decision. One of the bigger favorites on the card, but I think he'll get it done. I think he'll 29, 28, 30, 27, something like that. Like I think he's just the better fighter at this stage in his career. And yeah. Chase Hooper, Jim Miller. I do like Chase Hooper. He is a hell of a grappler. And I think it is very soon that we will be seeing him in the rankings. Jim Miller is a fucking legend. 38 and 18 is awesome. I mean, that's just so many fights. 27 and 17 by itself. It would be that's like a lot. That's a lot of fights. That's just in the UFC. That's so crazy, man. Dude has a whole career. Like, how many fights is that? 56 fights? Dude, how do you even have 56 fights? That's like I was gonna say like a kickboxing record. But not really. Kickboxers would be like 58 and 4. It's crazy, bro. How the fuck do you even get there? But Chase Hooper is a seriously good grappler. Could probably go toe to toe with anybody genuinely grappling in the UFC. Like jiu-jitsu wise and all that. I think this is just handed on a platter. Jim Miller is a legend, but Chase Hooper is like 15 years younger, probably even more. I got him by first round submission. I don't see any way this. Maybe second round submission. Maybe I mean Jim Miller I could definitely see like hold out, like defend against submissions for a while. But Hooper's so good on the ground and he's such an active grappler, he'll get it done. Whether by submission or maybe even ground and pound. Could see that either way. But I just think it'll be very hard for Miller to get it done. But, you know, always root for the old head, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I like Hooper as well. Verna Jandarova versus Yan Xiaonan. This is basically a number one contender fight for the women's strawweight division. Whoever wins this probably will fight Zhang. I know Yan already fought her that one at 300. That was pretty wild. She got knocked out, submitted, and decision. Yeah, same fight. Absurd. Jandarova, kind of on a good win streak. She's on like 4 or 5 fight win streak. Jan's off the loss to Zhang, of course, like I just said. I see Verna getting this done, though. I think her win streak, you know, is good, and she's never fought for the title. And it's always good for the women fights to have a new challenger. I feel like I haven't seen somebody climb the women's rankings like all the way to the top in like a very long time. And Verna's been on a climb. I've watched her climb for a bit. So, good for her. And I think she will get it done by decision. Probably like 30-27. No. I think Jan makes it close. Jan is a striking and all. She's not a bad fighter. Like this will be a good fight, I think. Like for a woman's fight, I think this could be a good fight. I think Jandarova might submit her, but I think it'll probably go the distance, mainly because I don't think I've ever predicted a woman's fight to not go the distance. I might predict the Kayla Harrison fight to not go the distance, but that's just because she's a beast. And she even went the distance in her last fight, so I don't know, who the fuck knows. Alright. Dan Ige, motherfucker, versus Sean Woodson. This is a great fight, I think. This is going to be a really fun fight, and I'm so intrigued by whatever the outcome may be. I could see either of these guys win, and both will be interesting. Sean Woodson will get in the rankings finally, which would be sick for him. I'd love that for him. He's been fighting in the UFC for a while, and he's honestly been putting up good performances for, a while. He had a close one with Alex Caceres that one time. That was not that long ago. But for the most part, he's put up like pretty good decisions or good performances, I think. And a win, obviously, against Dan Ige, who's lower ranked in the division, would put him in the rankings. Actually, I've actually really thought this through. If Pitbull beats Yair, though, I don't know if he'll be ranked because Pitbull would jump into the rankings, and then that would just move everybody else down. And I think Ige is 15, so they don't. Whatever. Unless they choose to move out like Calvin Cater or something, which they probably should, to be honest, and then make room for Sean Woodson. All right, whatever. That was kind of a ramble. This fight will be interesting. Ige, I don't think either of these guys are gonna get finished. Like I don't see either of them knocking each other out. I think they'll stay standing. This will be a scrap. They'll both throw. They'll both land big shots, but I think Sean Woodson's gonna land more and land more volume consistently. I don't know if he's gonna land the bigger shots. He might, but I think he'll definitely land more volume and get this job done. That's my personal take on this fight. Yeah, Sean Woods will be ranked by next week. The St. Louis Sniper is gonna be in the ranking. Sorry, Dan Ige, you motherfucker. But then actually that can set up Dan Ige versus Joe Anderson Brito because they're both not ranked, and then you can just have them fight just for the sake of it. Though Dan Ige's probably a bit higher up than Brito now because Brito's kind of fallen off. All right, whatever. Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. Dude, Krylov hasn't fought in a very long time. Krylov's good though. I've gone really back and forth with this. I've actually changed my pick on this. There's 2 fights that I've changed my pick on multiple times. This is one of them. Yeah, I mean, Krylov, kind of like somebody, one of the YouTubers I listened to said he kind of like Yuri. That's kind of true. Like his striker, you know, he has that knockout ability as well. Like I could definitely see Reyes get slumped, and I'm worried about that. But at the same time, man, Reyes now 2-fight win streak. He's on the way back. Reyes' second title run, bro. He's getting a second win, bro. And I think he gets it done. Second round TKO. I think Krylov's going to win the first round, but not be able to put Reyes out. Reyes has good stamina and all. Reyes is going to come back and knock Krylov out, and it's going to be Steens, and we're all going to be so hyped. So happy that Reyes is back in the top 10, and then we're going to give Reyes fucking, I don't know, Jamal Hill. And then, yeah, title shot. I might be looking a little too far in the future, but come on, man. Who doesn't want to see Dominic Reyes win? There's so much more you can do if Reyes wins than Krylov wins. Like, I mean, actually, you can give Krylov these higher fights, but Krylov hasn't fought in 2 years. So Krylov needs to get active. He's also old as shit. I mean, is he? I think he's pretty old. Let me check real quick. Actually, he's not as old as I thought. Bro's only 32. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know why I thought he was really old. I think it's just because he took such a long break. Yeah, this makes me want to fucking put the thing back again. But nah, I don't really think so. I mean, Kyle's been around for a while. He's lost to the highest level of talent, but he's beaten the next level. But I mean, he's on a 3-fight win streak going into Reyes. So we'll see what happens. I got Reyes by TKO though. Let's continue with it. Reyes title run. Let's go. Yair versus Pitbull. This is it's a cool one. Pitbull making his debut in the UFC. Yair, obviously been around. El Pantera. I think Yair's kicks are gonna cause so much issues in this fight. I don't know. Pitbull's, I think the age factor is gonna matter, and I don't know. The fights, I think Yair's gonna have too fast of a pace. I think Pitbull's used to a slower pace. Maybe not in the Chandler fight, but in general. I mean, he could put Yair out, but I don't really see that happening. I don't know. I think Yair's gonna fuck him up with kicks. I don't think he's gonna get the finish though. I think he's gonna win by decision, 30-27. I think he's gonna win every round comfortably. I don't think Pitbull's gonna be able to do much to him. I've even thought about Yair's by submission, like off the back or something, bro. I don't know. That's like a sneaky bet y'all could place. But I got Yair. I think he's just gonna get that done, comfortably. I think he's gonna prove like UFC, Bellator. There's levels to the game. I'm sorry about it. It's just the way that it goes. Next, Bryce Mitchell, John Silva. This is the real main event. Bro, I am so excited for their press conference. I'm excited for everything about this fucking fight. Dude, these two are wild, and this is the other fight that I've gone back on 100, like 50%, like 50-50. And I'm going to show you what I ended up with. I'm just going to put it. I got Silva on first one knockout. I'll be honest with you, I do. I've thought about this so much. I had Bryce Mitchell. The moment they announced this fight, I actually had Bryce Mitchell for the longest time. And I'm a big fighting nerd glazer. I fuck with the fighting nerds heavily. Like, at least Silva Prates, those two I love. And I was so happy they were going to be on the card together. Sadly, no more. Whatever I'm trying to say on the card. No more Prates. Oh, my bad. I had Mitchell by decision. I had Mitchell by sub. I was thinking about it. But then I just look at John Silva, bro. I watched like a little bit of like his training and stuff. This man is an animal. He's crazy. He's great. He's really good too. And he wants to get better. He looks like, I don't know. He is so quick with his punches as well. He's quicker than Emmett is. I think he's gonna put Mitchell out pretty quickly. Mitchell is a great grappler. Mitchell gets a hold of him though. Who knows? I mean, I think Mitchell might submission. That's why I'm saying I've gone 50-50 with this. But I think Mitchell can get the sub. I think Mitchell, yeah, I think he might get the sub or like a late ground and pound, like if he's just dominating on the ground. But I don't think John Silva's going to let him just completely dominate him on the ground. I think John Silva's way too active of a fighter. Always doing something, always moving. Like, I don't think it's going to be that simple. And I think, I don't know, the more I think about it, I think Silva is going to land something dirty early on and put Bryce Mitchell out. And it's going to be a statement win for John Silva, as he's been doing. Constant highlights. And after that, I mean, you give him like a top 5 fight, genuinely. Like, I don't know what else you can do. I think you put him right. Maybe give him the loser of Volkan Lopes. Yeah, that's what I would do for the next fight. And as everyone fights for the title, if yeah, that's my choice. All right, co-main 5-rounder, Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. Didn't realize this was a 5-rounder until like yesterday. I thought this was a 3-rounder. And that almost made me change my decision because I was about to say I don't. It's hard to like, I don't know. Paddy is good cardio though, but is he gonna? I don't know. We haven't really seen him go 5 rounds, have we? Yeah, I don't know. But I still think Michael Chandler is just stupid. And I mean, look at the trajectories of the career. Chandler's down, Pimblett's up. That's obviously not that simple. Pimblett hasn't really beat anybody that good. This Chandler is by far the best fighter he is gonna face. But the age difference is heavy here, man. I mean, I think it's like a 7-year age gap, if I'm correct. Let me see. 8-year age gap. I mean, that's a real big gap, man. Chandler definitely could put Pimblett out, and I could see that. I could see it be like a 5th round knockout, like Pimblett's winning, and then Chandler genuinely just gets that second win like he did against Oliveira, but Pimblett's obviously not Oliveira's level, and then just puts him away. But I just decided I gotta go with my original thought, and even though Oliveira couldn't get it done, I think that Chandler's gonna do something stupid and put himself right into a choke for Paddy. And I mean, if he has a choke, I think he'll get it. Same way, if Oliveira had a choke, I think he would have got it. Like a well good choke. I think Chandler's basically just gonna give it to him on a platter. Like he's just gonna hand it to him. Like he's gonna dive into a takedown or dive into like a submission, kind of what Bobby Green did. But I think Bobby Green somehow has better fight IQ than Michael Chandler. So I mean, I can imagine Chandler doing something even stupider. Huh? This is the way I see it going. I can also see Chandler. I don't know. I'm not heavily confident in this. I also don't really care about this fight. I think this fight like doesn't matter. Like if you really think about it, like yeah, sure, Pimblett will be 7-0 in the UFC and be ranked top 10. But Pimblett is not gonna beat. I mean, at least I don't see him. I mean, unless he has a great performance against Chandler and like really proves me wrong, I don't see him beating like those top guys. So maybe he gets past Chandler, but Oliveira, Arman. I mean, Oliveira, Arman, Ilya, Max, and Islam. I think those 5 and Poirier would be untouchable. I mean, he's not gonna fight Poirier. That would be awful last fight. But yeah. And now the main event, the featherweight title, Volk and Lopes. Can we just call it a draw, bro? Let them both have the title. I fuck with like Lopes so much. Like y'all don't understand. Lopes is genuinely one of my favorite fighters, and it's like it hurts for me that one of these guys have to lose. I mean, Volk's obviously a legend, and I mean, I want. I don't even know who I want to win. I don't think we want. I don't know. I'm just happy to see a great fight, and I hope neither of them like get too hurt. That's why my exact prediction is the. I genuinely believe it's gonna happen. I'm almost 100% positive. Look, I don't see Lopes chinning Volk. I mean, it could happen. It definitely can happen. But Lopes can put his lights out. But I think it's like a 20% chance. This is what's gonna happen. Volk by round 4 TKO, and it's gonna be a standing knockout, just like kind of like the Sean Brady Bilal type shit. You know what I mean? I think Volk is gonna burn out, or Lopes is gonna burn out. Maybe he drops him early, but then Volk will recover or something. I don't even know. Like what I see is like third, fourth round as Lopes starts, slowing down. We're gonna get Volk, who's 100% amazing cardio, just coming in, just bang, bang, bang. I don't see him dropping Lopes, but I think Lopes is gonna be shut up on the cage, just not answering any shots, just taking him on the head, on the body. And the ref's going to call it, and it's going to be amazing. And we're going to see Volk get his belt back. And we're also going to not feel that bad about Lopes because Lopes just doesn't have cardio. But that also sucks because I want Lopes to get the belt someday. And if he never trains his cardio, he's never going to get it. But I mean, that's a serious thing. I think the cardio is the biggest factor here. Volk's cardio, if it was a 1-round fight, I'm not gonna say Volk would win. If cardio wasn't a thing, if the cardio didn't matter, if you could just stay the same energy the whole fight, Lopes would probably chin him eventually. But the thing is that doesn't happen. Volk is gonna do that standing knockout. I totally see. Or maybe he takes him down, just grounds and pounds. I don't think he's gonna put him like knocked out, but I think he's just gonna. Lopes just won't have an answer. I don't see Lopes getting knocked out, but I also see him like. Yeah, just sitting there taking shots, and the ref just like, all right, let's call this fight. Yeah, I mean that's it. I think Volk will be champ again. That's everything I got. Yeah, Volk vs Lopes, UFC 314 in Miami. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments, any predictions you guys have, maybe anything you thought I got wrong. Also, any tips you guys have for my channel, like anything I could do to make the thing run better, because I do not know how to run a YouTube account. I'm literally just, freeballing this shit, basically. But yeah, alright, cool. Thank y'all. Peace.